Hello, and welcome to another weekly reading. The astrology at the moment is just so. I mean, all I want to say is funny because for me, certainly, it's just been playing out so literally, you can't even make it up. And not in a fun way, but the astrology isn't fun right now. So, in keeping with where we should be, I have got feathers and shells here because we're making the big shift from air energy, Aquarius, into water energy, Pisces. The air energy, of course, is still going to be super duper activated for this Pluto, especially the beginning of this Pluto in Aquarius journey, because it's just so loud. And one of the things that feels very, very strong this week in the energy after having 2 weeks of personal planets meeting up with Pluto and Aquarius for the first time is it feels like we've been a little suffocated. Like each planet going over there has taken our breath away with whatever Pluto's big story for that planet was, and for that part of ourselves that showed up in that space. And it was literally like either we were being compressed, our lungs were being compressed and we couldn't inhale, or we were being pushed under the ground or covered with a blanket or something, depending on the planet, depending on your personal planet's natural natal positions in your chart. That's the kind of feeling that I have been getting, and on reflection feel like I have seen in many people in slightly different ways, of course. And for me, it's as if this week we kind of come up for air, but as we breathe in, all the fear about what it feels like to be suffocated, to be held down, and not able to breathe, to feel trapped without escape, that we might not be able to breathe and might die, like fears, deep fears like that. I can't get out of my bed. I can't leave my front door. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen to me if this happens? It feels like it is almost like this week we go, and then the tears come, the grief comes, the big emotions come. Hopefully they come because we need to feel to heal. Hence adaptive, calming blend, and the very balancing energy of kyanite. And then past tense, an oil that is also for relaxation, but it's a lot when we take that into our muscles. So just imagining if somebody is holding you down and you can't breathe. Oh my goodness, I've just found a praying mantis on my desk. Look at this. Hello, guy. What a beautiful blessing for us. There he is. Oh, mantis medicine for us all. Much needed mantis medicine. Anyway, where was I? Past tense, very good for relaxing those muscles that as we've been forced to hold our breath, or be put into the pressure cooker of a very challenging situation where breath was hard to come by, literally or metaphorically. I certainly know that I have had an experience or two in the last week or two where there have been moments where I literally said to myself, just breathe, practice the skills you know. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, like just trying to keep myself together. And your muscles tense up. So this is a really good oil blend for the muscle tension you create in that situation. And then this beautiful smoky quartz with that rainbow in it. Can you see the rainbow? To help keep us grounded. So pick a number between 1 and 4 and let's jump into the card reading. Remember, it's a group reading, so it's a collective reading, so it's not personal. A personalized reading is much more personally potent, and you can look at the link below if you'd like one of those for yourself. But in the meantime, the card you pick gives you a little extra personalized feel. And if you find this reading in the right week in order of where I'm making it, or any time, it is still important. So let's jump in. Here's the whole week. And here, in many ways, is the grief. 5 of Cups. That's a water card. She's actually just choosing kind of to empty the cups, but you can see how her whole heart energy and everything is going down the tubes with them. So in many ways here, we've come up for air and we've realized we're now going to grieve the fact that thing that I thought it it isn't, or that relationship that I thought was one way, it isn't. That job, it could be so many things. But whatever I thought I was getting into, or whatever I thought I was working hard at, let's say you've been in a relationship for a really long time and you've been working at it, hoping it would change. And it's like you've had this aha moment. And this card is an aha moment. So we definitely have had some aha moments, and that has led to us going, I have to change something. I didn't want to. Remember, when Pluto comes into the mix, there's often these, you need to surrender the thing that you don't need anymore, even though it's very often the thing you fight the hardest against surrendering. So all this Plutonic energy with our personal planets is like, yeah, let me just keep showing you. Let me just keep showing you. If you keep ignoring me, I'm going to show you in more sort of hard and hurtful ways until you see that I'm actually trying to help you. That thing, that relationship, that job, that situation, whatever it is, no longer serves you. So it's happening for us and not to us, but we can all acknowledge that it feels personal. It feels like it's happening to us. And remember that beautiful saying, rejection is God's protection. So wherever these things that actually aren't working out, it is a gift. It just is probably feeling the furthest thing from that right now. And there is this sort of F you kind of, fine, I'll let it go then. I'll release it. And it's a little bit of a pity party at the minute. And we can't yet see this beautiful filled cup that is waiting for us, or bowl in this deck, that is waiting for us, which is what we should be heading towards, rather than investing so much of our energy. You can even see the long, dark path that has been walked to get to this point, dragging certain things with you that you needn't drag anymore. But grieving is healthy. Feeling sad is healthy. Feeling angry is healthy. Feel to heal. But the phrase that's come through for me very strongly in the last few days is reveal, feel, heal. And Pluto is revealing these things to us, and we have to have the feels around them, and that's how we let stuff go. And then we have, as I said, this aha moment, big insights, new beginnings. This is an air card. We have 2 air cards. Swords being air, and here she's and for me, I really think that for all of us at the moment, there's been these collective moments, either collective moments of aha moments or personal moments of, oh wait, I do see how I could do it differently, or a new way of trying something, or a new way that I want to completely embody in my life. Actually, this day-to-day habitual whatever I'm doing hasn't been working for a while. I just do it out of habit. Maybe if I tried this, or, because for a long time we've known something new needed to happen, but it's been hard for us to be able to see what that could possibly look like, because it's so outside of the ordinary for us. It's so new. It's so never been done that how do we know? We only have the exposure to things that we've known, or that we've read in a book about some other culture does it this way or whatever. But it's almost like right now, none of that fits. It is completely alien to us, and we almost don't know what to do. But I feel like the bursts of insight are starting for us. And this is where it's really important to write down these intuitive sparks, these creative hits, these whatever they are, write them down, because you don't want to lose them, because at the moment they're coming in these little fits and starts through a dream, through a flicker of a moment in the day. And then if you just carry on with your busy mundane life, you might forget that you had this amazing flicker that is helping us. We feel, we heal, we come to new insights, and then we find this beautiful Hierophant joy. And this is a Major Arcana card. It's a 5. So we have 2 5 cards. It's a 5, and it used to be represented by a pope. So it is a spiritual card. It is connecting us to our spirituality. And I think here in this deck, so much for me, it really represents bringing in all the different spiritual beliefs and saying, okay, this is how I grew up, and this is the interest. I've been interested in exploring how other cultures doing it. And for me, in the end, it comes to humanity. For me, in the end, it's like we look at all the different things, and there are always going to be fundamentalists, and there are always going to be like that terrorist faculties within each religious order. That's unfortunately the truth for anything. But at its core, fundamentally, every single belief system, religion, spiritual
construct actually has love at its core, actually has compassion and kindness and non-judgment and supporting one another. And what that brings me round to is humanity. Not what you grew up as, it's just humanity. It doesn't matter if you are a this or a that or the next thing and your friend sitting beside you is something different. We are human. We have that beautiful humanity. And for me, that's so Aquarian. That feeling that's been coming through is so, so very Aquarian. We are all one. So why are we attacking each other? Why are we fighting wars against each other for something so frivolous that when we break it down to its roots, the roots are the same: love, compassion, kindness, peace. That's my belief anyway. And I think the Hierophant has come to show us that that is where the joy lies. I mean, look at this guy. He is just so happy. He is in his joy, in his bliss. And that's where we can all be if we stop pointing fingers and harassing everywhere we go. However, we do have one upside down sword here, and this card's been coming up quite a lot for us. This is another 5. So 3 5s, okay? Powerful stuff. Very 5y reading. And remember that 5 is kind of like a midpoint to 10. So we're at this kind of midpoint where we can't go back. We can't quite understand the end of the road, the goal, the forward momentum. And so it is a very, very uncomfortable space. And what I neglected to mention when I was talking about the energy of the week is that we end the week, well, almost. On Saturday, we have the Virgo full moon. And this is an uncomfortable moon. Virgo loves to be able to sort things out. This praying mantis is totally just looking at me. And now she's not. She was totally just looking at me as if she was listening to the whole reading and forming an opinion. Hopefully she'll tell me what it is later. She's so beautiful. Sorry, I keep digressing, but she's beautiful. Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked there. I feel like this week with this full moon, which is super uncomfortable, and Virgo's energy is I want to understand, I want to process, I want to digest, I want to sort, I want to order, and we do want all of those things, and we're probably feeling really, really uncomfortable because unfortunately, we can try and digest and process and sort and order, but we're not at a point where that is completed. We're not at a point where we can go, oh, thank goodness, now I understand what's going on. In comes the sunshine through the window as I'm saying that. It's like the sun will shine, we will have little bits of insight, we will be able to sort some things and process others, but we will not get to the end of this story. And that is uncomfortable in the sense that when we're uncomfortable, when things aren't working, when things feel so out of the ordinary, we want to fix it. And at the moment, fixing it is really not what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be revealing it, feeling it, healing it. One little moment at a time in our own life and in our relationships and in all the spaces, all the little spaces, and all the choices that we make, and the way that we respond, hopefully, rather than react to situations. Where is this guy going? Look at her. Guy, girl, I don't know, but she's on her way down an oil blend. I like her. And so, in this uncomfortable week, maybe she's saying, pray on it, meditate on it. Take your time, slow down. That's very Hierophant as well. Take your time to sit with it. It's not going to be revealed. There'll be these spots of it. There'll be moments of deep release and surrender and grief and even resentment. Victim, we could be feeling victim-y or martyr-y in this particular card. As I said, F it, why is this not working? As in F-U-C-K it, not E-F-F-O-R-T it. And spurts of insight and back to grief and spurts of insight and back to rage, and we'll be bouncing between these. And this is an anxiety card. This is where we're ashamed of how we handled a situation or recognizing the deceit that has been surrounding various things in our lives and how we've been conditioned and how do I get out of this? I'm so sick of this cycle, round and round and round I go, and how do I change the cycle? Spurt of insight, spurt of rage, spurt of grief. And so it goes. It is a busy week of trying to metabolize 2 intense weeks. And we get to that Virgo new moon, which is all about digestion and metabolizing, and we can't fully metabolize. There is still a lump in our bellies that just doesn't know where to go. Do we absorb something from this and turn it into nourishment for the body? Do we release it and excrete it? What is going on? I don't know. And that is pretty much our theme this week. And so getting comfortable with the unknown, and remember that this is happening to us, for us, not to us. And trying to trust in the process, which is, for some of us, myself included, really, really hard. I'm going to lean into this guy and try to find the joy, try to pray and meditate and find those still moments to remember that even within all of the dark thoughts and overwhelm, there is joy and there is space to be grateful. Thank you for watching. Link below for anything else that I offer. And I appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, follows. Thank you for helping me to reach more people.